Hello and welcome to the weekly spirit messages. So these are the spirit messages for the week commencing 1st of August 2022 for each zodiac sign. Today I'll be using the Earth Magic Oracle cards. If you have watched my previous week's messages, you'd know that there are some big celestial events happening in the sky right now. We have the Uranus conjunction with North Node, which starts a new 15-year cycle for all of us. And this conjunction is happening in the sign of Taurus. So I would invite you to have a look at your astrological chart and see which house Taurus rules on your chart to know which area of life is mostly affected. Whichever area it is, you might have already come across an idea, might have already come across a person or, an event or personal, internal enlightenment, decision, light bulb moment, whatever it is. You might have already experienced that now. That's something that is possibly going to spark your next steps, I suppose. Spark inspiration towards your next steps, new ideas, new ventures, new projects, new relationships. I don't know. There are so many possibilities. I can't possibly mention all of them, but if something has happened already in your life, I would be very curious to hear about it. So if you feel like it, leave the info in the comments below. Yeah, and without any further ado, I will now do the weekly spirit messages. So the setup is just slightly different to what I've been doing before. I will pull 12 cards, each card for each zodiac sign. As per usual, please listen to the recording for your sun, moon, and rising sign if you know them all. If not, or if you don't feel drawn to the other ones, then focus on your sun sign. And we're asking for spirit messages for this week commencing 1st of August for all 12 signs, all the way from Aries to Pisces. Okay, slightly different today. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, so starting with Aries, weekly spirit messages, sorry for that. Aries, for you, radiance, summer solstice, sorry. So Aries, I feel like this week will be a week for you to really shine your light and really just be yourself authentically. And I also almost want to say brag about yourself, get out there and be at a forefront. If there is anything that you are proud of that you have done recently, or if you have been thinking about doing something that makes you a little bit more visible and your talents more visible, your skills, your offers, whatever it is that you do, Aries, then do it. It's your time to shine this week. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. This way. Okay, so next we have Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And Taurus, you have rainbow blessings. So I feel like this week is a week of things really coming together. All the pieces are coming together now for you to see the bigger picture and to see the blessings of whatever it is that you have been working on or going through recently. I feel like this is to say that now it will be easier, and now the path forward is really lit up for you in a sense. So it kind of gives me this feeling of clarity for you, Taurus. So yeah, without trying to repeat myself too much, whatever scattered pieces there were recently leading you to this point, I feel like they'll be coming together, and it's just going to make more sense to you now, Taurus, than it has before. Whatever hardships, whatever difficulties or challenges you've had on your path, I just feel like there will be almost like it's almost like an epiphany moment seeing for you, where you will just realize, oh, that's why it was like that, that's why this happened. Or a path might open up before you, that all of these challenges and difficulties and steps that you were taking were basically leading you towards this point, so you can actually take that step now towards this, whatever it is, this thing, this decision, this project, this idea that you maybe haven't thought about before, but now it will come a little bit more apparent to you. So yeah, lots of blessings for you this week, Taurus. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Gemini, we have the ceremony and invocation card for you. So that card more like makes me want to talk about setting up a ceremony. So if you don't have one yet, Gemini, then do that. Now, what do I mean by a ceremony? It doesn't have to be anything, anything that you, okay, how do I say this? It doesn't have to be anything metaphysical, mystical, or something that you have to be in on to be able to do. So I don't mean any ceremonies that are, only known by a handful of people who study spirituality or something like that. What I'm thinking about is a ceremony or a ritual of some sort that is very much made by yourself, for yourself, and it's a practice that will help you come closer or in touch with yourself. So if you've been focused outwardly most of the time, so focused within what you do in the world, within your maybe work, within your probably family life, whatever it is, anything that you take care of on a daily basis that isn't just geared toward yourself, but everyone else and everything else, I would encourage you to find a way, some sort of a practice, ceremony that you can do just for yourself. So, for example, if you are wanting to build on self-confidence, for instance, then maybe find some mantras, some affirmations that you can then repeat every single morning for 5 minutes or 1 minute or 2 minutes, when you are by yourself, alone and undisturbed by anyone else. Find a time for yourself to work on something for yourself, even if it's just to find quiet and stillness, if that's something that's not very easily obtained within your world. I'm sure there's something that you can do. So yeah, and if you already have a practice of some sort, then how about going a little bit deeper this week? I feel like this week will be a week for you to just really dig deep and spend time with yourself and grow from it and develop. And yeah, it just kind of feels like a personal self-care practice time for you this week, Gemini. So enjoy that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The card we have for you is Fairies, Earth Magic. Okay, Cancer, this is a beautiful card to remind you about the world of nature and the fact that the nature itself is magical as well. Okay, it's also a part of the universe. Earth is a conscious, is a part of our conscious universe, part of our consciousness that we live in. So I feel like this card is more of an invitation for you, Cancer, to commune with nature a bit more. And yeah, whether it's by going out for a walk or just really enjoying the views outside of your window, even if you maybe are unable to go anywhere. You know, if you don't live anywhere near any parks, or if it's usually a bit difficult for you, Cancer, to go to places like that, you know, just even looking out through your window on a patch of grass, on some trees, bushes, and just really breathing it in. That's how I'm seeing it. Literally just spending some time contemplating even on nature and the creation of Mother Earth, I feel would be really nice and healing for you this week. Otherwise, you know, just go for a walk. Go and breathe some fresh air into your lungs. You know, whatever you can do to commune with the earth. Maybe get some plants for your home as well. That's another thing that just came to my mind. I feel like you will, this week will feel a lot more, you'll feel a lot more connected to the earth. Thank you for watching, Cancer, and I'll see you next week. Okay, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Leo, we have the lotus flower unfoldment. So this week I feel is a week for you to really open up and unfold, literally, right? This is a time of unfoldment of all the things that you have been healing and coming against and working on all this time. It almost makes me feel like you might be really coming home to yourself now, Leo, internally. And it is really time, it is time for you to show your true self to the world. Okay, so if there has been anything that you've been maybe holding back, I feel like things will be really unfolding for you. It will be a natural process anyway. It's not something that you have to be forcing yourself into. But yeah, just take it easy this week and let the petals unfold and how they want, you know, and enjoy the process. So thank you for watching, Leo. I'll see you next week. Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The card we have for you is the Ocean of Ebb and Flow. So to me, that card is a reminder for you, Virgo, about the ebbs and flows of life. Whenever there is an ebb, it definitely means a flow will come as well. So it's a bit of a reminder just to say, just because things, you know, okay, sorry, I'm just trying to put it into words. So the way I'm feeling it is, you might be experiencing bad days, good days, bad days, good days. That's obviously very common for everyone, but some of us can get caught up in this ebb and flow a little bit too much. Maybe if you have bad days coming in, is it possible, Virgo, that you really sink into those bad days and really feel almost overwhelmed, or not? So I'm sorry, I'm struggling a little bit with this because I'm trying to put into words what I'm kind of seeing and feeling. It's because I don't feel like this is anything for you, Virgo, to necessarily change about yourself. You know, I mean, it's nothing to feel guilty about. It's nothing to feel ashamed about. Sorry. It's just this card kind of makes me want to tell you that it's okay to experience the ebb and flow. The only maybe thing that you could do to make it a little bit easier on yourself is to just let it happen in its natural rhythm without getting too caught up in the details and too overwhelmed possibly by the ebbs. You know, whenever ebb happens, whenever there is resistance, there's some bad days, it's most likely for you to just realize those are the days when we realize what we don't like, right? What we don't want to happen, what we're not enjoying in our life. And that's when we can recalibrate or decide or, you know, on changing. So this is when you're in the ebb and you're feeling down, challenged, maybe it's a good thing to journal, you know, journal about why you feel this way, what is really heavily weighing you down. Just let it out, you know, just let it out. And just remember that the flow will come in again. If anything, that ebb that happens is just the time for you to reflect, but not get caught up in the details or overwhelmed, because it will change, right? For every bad day, there is a good day. For every good day, there is a bad day, and so on. Okay, so I hope overall you got the message, and I do apologize for me stumbling across it a little bit. But yeah, I hope that it was helpful, and thank you very much for watching, Virgo. I'll see you next week. Okay, so Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You have the waterfall of effortless for this week. So yeah, I don't feel like there is a lot to talk about, to be honest, because it's more of just a, oh, hey, Libra, your week will be effortless. But I do actually feel like there is maybe one kind of reminder for you, is to let things flow how they want to go. Okay, so if you feel like trying to control or push or force anything this week, I would invite you to just let it go and let things fall where they need to. Try not to fix things, try not to, you know, make things happen, control the outcome, manage everything and everyone and yourself around. Just let it be, you know, just let it be, and the pieces will fall in the right place that they're meant to fall into. So that's the message for you, Libra. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The card we have is of a wolf instinct. So Scorpio, I want to say that when you are by yourself and you're not influenced by any outside voices, your instinct is very, very strong. So this week would be a week for you to listen to that instinct. Maybe spend some time alone if otherwise it doesn't happen often for you, Scorpio. And just really listen to your own gut feelings and your own instinct about the situation. It will be very loud this week, your intuition, that is. So, and this is the right path for you. Whatever that instinct is telling you is there for a reason, and it's there because it's the right thing for you. So yeah, listen to your instinct this week, Scorpio, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The card for you this week we have is the Lightning Power. Okay, Sagittarius, so that power is your power, okay? Whether you realize it or not, you have an immense power within you to make things happen how you want them to happen. And I'm talking about, your own internal power towards your goals, your aspirations, your future plans, whatever it may be. I feel like whatever action or step you take forward this week will be a powerful and beneficial one for you. It will bring you closer to whatever it is that you are working towards in life. If you aren't necessarily working on anything actively right now, I just want to say that words can be powerful and there might be some sort of a pot might be stirred, whatever that however that would look like for you. Within I'm just thinking about possibly your home life, your family life. If there is anything that you notice that you bring up or you say to someone this week that will stir the pot, I feel like just telling you that it's okay. It probably needed to happen that way, so don't feel bad about it. It might just steer the pot in the right direction. Whatever comes out of it will be for your benefit in the long run. Sometimes it just might happen. No, sometimes it just might be born through a challenging time, right? But it still will guide you towards where you need to be going, really. So yeah, don't forget about the immense power that you have within yourself, Sagittarius. You have the power to change things if you want to. It might take time and some effort, but the power is within you, okay? So don't be a victim to your circumstances. Thank you for watching, Sagittarius, and I'll see you next week. Okay, so moving on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, so you have the DNA Karma card. So the only thing that I'm kind of getting from this is I don't feel like this is any action-based message for you this week, Capricorn. I feel like this is just to let you know that things are being woven for you right now. So what I mean by that is you don't have to do anything. Things are changing in the background. Things are developing in the background for you. And whatever you've been doing and working on up until this point, it is really making progress and changes within your DNA level. So, okay, what do I mean by that? I'm gonna try and explain a little bit. So within our DNA, we carry information, ancestral information, and information pertaining to our preferences, our way of living, our habits, our health, of course, on the biological level and physical level. It's obviously our health and everything. So DNA, as you know, is a center of information, right? Because it's the information that is then translated, literally translated into our everyday behavior, habits, choices, preferences, and all of that stuff. When it comes to everyday living, what foods we like, what we are like, are we you might usually we all resemble our parents in some way, right, or our grandparents. It's all within our DNA, everything relating to our physical life. But it's also the same in relation to to our past lives and the previous lives of our ancestors. And when I say ancestors, I mean your parents, but your grandparents, and also the grandparents of your grandparents, and so on and so forth. All of this information is gathered and carried within your DNA blueprint. So I feel like there might have been some sort of a change within your maybe perception of your life or your reality up until now. Maybe you've realized some things. Maybe you've realized that you are repeating patterns of your parents or one parent in particular, and you've decided to break it, or you've decided, actually you didn't have to decide anything, but just the conscious awareness of a pattern that maybe is similar to someone who is not you now, right? So someone within your ancestry. Maybe you've realized that you have been not serving yourself very well. Whatever it is, whatever realizations you had, whatever decisions you've made just recently, I feel like they are just the realization itself is now going to help you move forward in life without you even needing to search for more information this week, right? Because this is obviously a card for this week only. So I just want to say, take the week off mentally from figuring out your life is kind of what I'm trying to say here. Because whatever you have been experiencing, living through, or realizing recently is already making the changes in the background for you that you are hoping for. So yeah, so that was a bit of a long way, a little bit of a convoluted way to just say, Capricorn, you don't have to do much this week. Take a rest. You have done more work than you might even realize. And yeah, and you'll see the fruits of that eventually, pretty soon, because the work is being done in the background for you right now. You don't have to act on anything, do anything. Just relax and just live your everyday life. So thank you for watching, Capricorn. I'll see you next week. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, Aquarius, you have the tree and the grounding. So I just feel like the message for you today, Aquarius, is literally just ground. There might have been a time that you have been feeling a little bit all over the place, perhaps. Maybe emotions were flying high. Maybe there was a little bit too much mental pressure. Spend some time in nature this week, or spend some time in grounding practices if you have any. If you do any meditative practices, then do some grounding. Go out and connect with nature and Mother Earth. I feel like there is a need for you to just bring all of these energies and all of these emotions and thoughts, maybe just bring them all down, right? Don't get caught up in them. Try not to get caught up in them. It's really time for you to look after yourself, after your body, after your physical health this week. So that's the message for you, Aquarius. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Okay, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, Pisces, you have a volcano and volatility card. That is, although it might look a little scary, this card, to me, it's actually quite positive, because I feel like for you, Pisces, to me, this is literally your strength and your innermost true self literally exploding. I want to say and I kind of want to say that I feel like the ground might okay, the ground might explode beneath your feet a little bit this week, potentially. Now, it might not be obvious though. I feel like whatever it is that is cracking open and letting, sparkles fly, it doesn't mean that it's going to be super noticeable at first. So it's almost like there are huge forces behind our mundane little, daily life. But I feel that whatever it kind of brings me back to the celestial events that are happening this week. Today, so yesterday and today, I mentioned at the start in the introduction of this video that we had this powerful conjunction, or we're still having this powerful conjunction of Uranus and the North Node within the Taurus sign. Excuse me. And, Uranus is unexpected, quick, fast, revolutionary energy, and the North Node being destiny. So everyone in the world somehow will be meeting with their destiny this week. I mean, yesterday and today. When I say yesterday, I mean the Sunday of the 31st and the 1st of August, Monday. So although the event or the idea or the insight or epiphanies that we have received within these 2 days, they might be very small, but in some way they will shape our next 15 years. So I kind of feel like this is literally just talking about that. So whether you had some sort of wishes, dreams, something deep within your heart, maybe not something that you have been thinking about that much really, but it's always been there within you. I feel like the doors are literally cracking open, right? And this energy of creation is really coming into your life this week, Pisces. And although it looks and feels and sounds very explosive and powerful, in fact, it might be very subtle in your actual experience. So I hope that makes sense, and you know what I mean by that, Pisces. If anything, this is just a message to tell you, just be yourself this week. Just, live your life as you would every other day. But it's also saying, and by the way, there are really big changes coming into your life, Pisces. So yeah, that was the message for you, Pisces, this week. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week.